ghost.
Just thought you were Roy.
Actually, I never heard him come in last night.
Do you think I ought to go and wake him up?
Oh, you could try.
Right. It's time I wasn't here.
You're trying to avoid somebody, are you?
No, I just want to be in work early.
Oh, before Richie finds out about your latest scam.
Yeah, so I know that.
He's not there.
Well, he probably stayed over at the clinic.
Oh, right. I forgot to say, I'm going to see Kelly after school at the clinic.
Was she only seeing people by appointment?
Yeah, I know. She sent a message through Mandy.
Monday, eh? Oh, well. Send her my love. Tell her I'm really looking forward to seeing her. Or she could always call me.
Thought you had an early start.
As a matter of fact, I have. There's half a dozen plump young pheasants down by Beck.
Not you.
I beg your pardon?
I said I think I'm on the trail of something a bit tasty.
Oh, you're going to tell us a name, you're going to keep it a secret.
I shall be off to work shortly. I expect you'll be gone when I get back.
Yeah, can't sit about here all day. There's work to be done. Adoring patrons queuing up for front row seats, even as we speak.
How many nights is it?
Just the two. Oh, it'd be nice to get back to Bradford, though. I had some marvellous times there, the old days.
I can well imagine.
Glad I caught you.
Well, you don't look it.
We've got a date.
You and me, at our age.
For the court hearing for Andy's adoption.
Oh, aye. That.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Well, it ought to be a cause for celebration.
Well, then, why don't we celebrate?
I just don't feel good about standing up in front of a judge and lying.
Jack, what are you talking about?
You and me, of course.
What about you and me?
Well, do they know they'll be signing him over to be raised by a couple who don't even...
Jack, plenty of couples live like this.
Really? I don't see the point.
The point is we stay together so that Robert and Victoria and Andy can have a decent home with two loving parents.
Yeah, well, I suppose we've that in common at least.
You get to play with big fat wads of cash. Think games, think Monopoly, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, bidding for Wiley's farm. Well, that's got to be a bundle of laughs, isn't it?
Look, there are two things you need to play this game. Money and nerve. I supply the money, the rest is up to you. Just don't let me down, eh?
Good luck, then.
Right. She'll be back.
Sorry?
Frankie, she just needs time.
Time for what?
Time to spend her money. Well, that shouldn't take too long. Not on a part-time cleaner's wage. Or unless you gave her an advance on her pocket money this week.
I suppose it'd be too much to ask you to show a little bit of understanding.
Oh, I think I understand our little friend rather well. Same as I understand you.
You have it all worked out, have you?
Yeah, it's very simple. She's managed to be something you could never be.
Well, you better tell me. I'm no good at riddles.
Well, that is why she comes and goes as she pleases. She's her own person. And she thought you were never coming back.
Take no notice of him.
You didn't think I'd gone for good, did you?
She doesn't understand about free spirits.
She'll learn. So, I needed to call the wool pack. I didn't quite make it to work this morning. Please.
Right then, you two, what can we get you?
How about, right, a coffee on the house for an ex-employee and his partner in crime?
You've got a nerve. Oh, go on then.
Thank you. So have you delivered it then? The old final reminder?
It's waiting for him on the doormat. Little homecoming present.
Good man.
Betty's got a gentleman caller.
Oh, well, is Betty around? Just for a minute.
Betty?
Oh, I can only do one thing at once, you know. I'm not Superwoman. Oh, it's you.
I just came to tell you I'm off. Wondered if you've got time for a quick cuppa?
Oh, no, far too busy. Rushed off my feet.
Oh, sit down, the pair of you. It seems to be cheating half the village as it is this morning. Go on.
So, you're off then? Have you, got yourself somewhere to stay?
Oh, I shall find somewhere suitable.
Oh, well, if I know you, you'll find an old flame to foist yourself on.
Foist myself? Madam, you misjudge me.
Well, you're imposing yourself on me as it is. And on Seth.
Funny you should mention Seth. I was just thinking it's about time he heard the bare facts about Mademoiselle Bettina Dupont, as she was known. Eh?
Long night were it?
Aye. Golden too.
Would you, Paddy? I thought things were starting to look up for you.
Aye.
Now you've got Kelly back in land at living.
Aye.
Future a bit brighter then.
Not the future I'm worried about. It's a past, mate. Things I should have been told.
That's trouble with life. You have to soldier on, but you've got your past slung over your shoulder, just like an old kit bag. Then you get married and you open it one night, and you find that wife's stuffed a few of her odds and ends in it.
But what do you do, right, if you find out someone has done something that if you'd have known about, you know, you'd have done things different?
Ah, well, you can't change what's done, lad. You can only decide if it's worth worrying about. Then you have two choices. Forgive or forget.
And what have you got to do either?
Now, I'd have to sit down somewhere warm and comfortable and have a long think before I could answer that. Now, come on, lad. Come. It's no good sitting here freezing to death. Get your son home and get some dinner inside you.
Come on, Betty. I can't afford to pay you overtime.
Oh, bless you, Kathy, love. To tell you the truth, I'm not really looking forward to going back home tonight.
Oh, why?
Well, just got a few words to say to Seth.
Oh, been misbehaving himself, has he?
Yeah, something like that. Cup of tea, love?
Ta.
We go back a long way, you and me, Seth.
We do.
I bet you'd say we knew each other pretty well.
Yeah, except you being a lass, you're hard to fathom at times.
Of course, there was all that time when we lost touch.
Aye, it seems to matter less as years go past.
Yeah, but some things happened then that I've never spoken of or wanted to.
Well, what's past is best forgotten, ain't it?
Aye, but then again, these things have a way of catching up with you. Seth, I need to tell you something. Something that happened a long time ago, but might still be painful to you and to me.
Well, you better get on with it then.
Well, you've probably heard of the Windmill Theatre in London.
Oh, lots of lads are cavorting around it altogether.
No, not cavorting, Seth. They were nowt unseemly. You wouldn't have caught me up there if there had been.
You?
Aye, me. My one taste of stardom. I was 19. My few weeks of limelight. It were enough.
Well, I'll be...
And it was there that I met a man.
Is this the bit that I'm going to find painful?
Seth, I was only a young lass. I was on my own in London. I mean, you know nothing about life at that age.
No. But you think you do.
Things was different then. There was no one to help, lass. There was no counselling now like that. And, well, you could hardly tell your parents.
I suppose not.
I could put all the blame on him, but, well, it takes two. And he didn't force me, if that's what you're thinking. He was a very attractive man. A charmer.
And is that it? Some bloke 40 or 50 years ago, is that what's upsetting you, love?
Oh, I wish that was it, Seth. Went to see this woman. That's what you did in them days. Oh, Seth, I was on my own in London. You couldn't even get respectable lodgings with a bairn, let alone show your face back home. You know that I would give anything to have had a family. Oh, I know people think I'm just a nosy old so-and-so, but I have a lot of caring in me, Seth. That's why I take an interest in folk and the families. I care. I never had a little one of my own to fret over, because after that woman, I never could. And I've tried to forget it over all these years, but now...
Now what, love?
Well, you wouldn't think it were possible.
Think what were possible?
That he'd turn up under this roof. Reggie. That man in London. It was Reggie.
Oh, I hope you've got good news, mate. He's not at his best, is he, Pete?
Aye, he just had a right go at me. Oh, thanks, lads. That's all I needed.
Oh, you don't mean it's bad news?
Well, it wasn't my blooming fault.
Can we just have a bit of quiet, please?
I think I'll get away.
Aye. Before the storm breaks.
Yeah, all right, point taken.
We'll do it Friday. But try and be on time, yeah?
You're on, mate.
Well, thing is, bidding went out of control. Well, first there was this couple of city types, and then this woman came in, then she dropped out.
Look, I love a good story as much as the next man. But how much?
Well, I went to your limit, and that were it.
Just like that?
Well, what else could I do, bidding against this other bloke?
What other bloke?
Well, that's what I didn't get. I mean, when the whole thing started, farm machinery and that, he were up there pointing out different lots.
Auctioneer's sidekick, bidding by proxy. Wonder who for?
I did my best, Chris.
Yeah? Well, it obviously wasn't enough.
It weren't my fault.
Relax, I'm talking about the money, not you. Anyway, you win some, you lose some. It's just a bit of land.
I thought you'd be gutted.
No, you can't be paying over the odds. And you have no idea who he's bidding for?
No.
Right, well, I better be on my way. I'm going to see Kelly.
You're on it. She hasn't even seen her mother yet.
Would you?
All this time you let me sit here with him, cracking jokes and supping ale, and never thought to tell me. It's galling, that is.
Do you think you weren't uppermost in my mind, Seth? I thought that if I tried to ignore him, he'd go away, but he didn't. He kept turning up, wheedling his way back in. Me
sitting here with a cuckoo in flaming nest, I don't like it, Betty.
What are you going to do?
I can't do naught yet. I've got to gather my thoughts.
Well, it's not the Ritz. But it's not bad compared to some I see. Sorry, I should have bought you something.
You paid for the room, didn't you? Feels weird being in a private place, but thanks.
I owed you something, didn't I? I mean, I'm as much to blame as anyone.
What do you mean?
I seem to remember telling you you needed to get out of the hole you're in.
Well, you were right, though, weren't you? I just didn't need to go this far. I can see it now. I was just running away from my problems. And now it's time to face up to them.
Have you talked to anyone?
Mandy, Roy, my sister was in at tea time. They're all waiting on me going home, and I don't want to let them down, but...
But what?
I want to make a clean break. Start again. London, I suppose.
It's a big place.
Well, that's what I want. Somewhere where nobody knows anything about me. Where I ain't got history.
And you're sure it's just not another way of escaping?
Look, if I'd had somewhere to go, I might not have ended up in here.
I can help you if you want me to.
I was kind of hoping.
But you know what people will say, don't you?
What? About you and me?
No, about you. They will say that you've come out pretty well from all this.
What do you mean?
That you came up on top. Almost as if you knew all along how to get what you wanted.
But I never planned it. That was half the problem. I couldn't see a way out. I panicked. Like, it's different now. I know what I need to do. I thought it through.
But you don't know what it's like down there. OK, look, I can fix you up with a job if you're determined. But don't let me down, eh? Or yourself.
I won't.
What brought this on?
Oh, I always promised myself I'd take it up again one day. What's up with you?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not suggesting out it. Just that my old grandma always used to say, when a woman of a certain age took up knitting.
Oh, Zach, I am not expecting.
Oh. All right. Right. No, it's just that now we've got Belle sleeping at night, it'd be nice to think that I've, well, got you all to myself.
Oh, Zach.
Yeah. That's what you look forward to, isn't it, when you're getting older, as the kids grow up.
Just the two of us, by the fireside, all nice and cosy, old folks together.
Well, And? Well, you know.
No sign of our friend cracking up under the strain, then.
What? When he reads the letter, comes over all flustered and goes, oh dear me, I have a sudden compulsion to confess all to the townsfolk.
Oi! There's no need to be flippant. This is a murderer we're dealing with. We have to find a way of escalating the pressure somehow.
What about doing a bit of digging?
What do you mean? Digging up his wife's body?
No, digging around, background research. He's from down south, isn't he?
Oh, St. Neil.
St Albans.
Oh,
St Albans. Right, why don't you go down there, visit the public library, back numbers of the local paper, cause of death, reports from the inquest.
Yeah. Yes, I was only thinking the other day it's about time I had another Antiques Roadshow. See if I can offload some of these white elephants.
I need to talk.
Oh, there was I hoping it was just my body you were after.
I want to know where I stand with you.
What do you think?
I'm thinking all kinds of things.
Graham? I like you. Surely you've picked up that much by now. Is there something else?
I'm starting to think that I'd be better off out of the village.
Why?
I just think that some people seem to want to keep dragging up the past.
Graham, there's bound to be small-minded people.
What do they hope to achieve?
Probably the very thing you're offering them on a plate.
What do you mean?
Or maybe they want you to leave and you be playing right into their hands.
But I want to get out, Kathy. And I want you to come with me. I want us to start a new life. I've thought it all
Graham,
through and...
I can't leave the village. Just about all the people I care about are here, and I need them.
Yeah. You're right, of course you are.
So, are we done with the talking then?
Yeah.
Good.
You get a rather different impression, but Blythe certainly was not easy to get along with. He was good with the men, he was better with the men than with the officers.
He'd never have made much money from it, you know.
What?
Think you had?
That diesel had the makings of a nice little scheme, let me tell you.
Well, I couldn't relax, thinking the police would be round any minute. I don't know how you could.
Let me give you a tip, my love. Don't worry about what might happen. Worry when it does.
It helps if you have a clear conscience.
Or one that you can switch off when it troubles you. Come on, sweetheart. Time to put the cat out.
Who on earth could that be at this time of night?
Right. Now, we've nothing to hide, have we?
Oh, you should know. Well, are you going to wait till they force it?
Let them try. Nellie!
Zachariah Dingle. Armed and dangerous. Oh, I don't half love it when you're riled. Come here and give us a big snug. What?